We're here at Cobham, Chelsea's training ground, and I'm here to meet the Chelsea manager, Enzo Maresca. I want to find out what makes him tick and what he's done to get this place in much better condition than when he came. Enzo, thank you very much for coming on to TNT Sports Between the Lines. Really appreciate having you here. How are you enjoying it so far here at Chelsea?
No, I'm very happy since we start. The way we want to play, the way we want to install our style is working quite well, even if it's still very early and we have many things to do better.
What have you enjoyed most since coming into this new club, new environment, new job?
The football side, the pitch side, that is the things that I like most in terms of work every day, training session, and is the one that I'm very keen.
And you talk about the pitch side,
yeah.
But obviously off the pitch, there's a lot of importance, a lot of attention goes to that. How have you found that part? Because obviously this is a bigger job than you've been used to, and that pressure and the attention. How have you managed to deal with that so well?
Yeah, as you said, especially at the beginning, there were many noises around the club, but I always said that if you want to be focused on that side, you waste energy. The most important thing is what I can control. That is, as I said, the pitch side. And I was just focused on that, and I think is the main part for me.
You do have control though off the pitch as well, you know what I mean? Because what you do say can have big impacts on individuals, but also on the club as a whole and yourself.
Yeah, but probably it's a consequence of what you do inside the pitch, and then you can calm down the noises outside the pitch. Because if you do the right thing inside the pitch, probably everything around the club calm down. And it's better for everyone.
What have you found the big differences? Because obviously your journey, academy football, obviously then after that coaching at higher, but also then Leicester and coming here. What are the differences between academy and the first team?
For me, you have two different ways to try to deal with them in terms of if you treat them as a kids, probably you don't help them because you need to help them to grow. And if you treat them as a man, probably still too early because they are still young, 20. So you have to find the right balance. But the way to help them for me is just to show them the reality that probably when they move from the academy to the professional, it's not the same environment.
And you're looking at your time here so far, short time, not many games, not even halfway through the season yet. Are you ahead of schedule of where you expected to be or where?
Yeah, for sure. In terms of the way we are playing, on the ball and off the ball, because many times when we mention the way we are playing, people think on the ball, but also off the ball, I think we try to change many things, and we are ahead of my expectation for sure.
Well, we'll get into that, I'm sure, later on. But this is a nice little, you're top of the league here for youngest team in the league.
A big difference between the
2 years.
first and
2 years. Yeah. Like, was that something that you identified before you even came here, and that maybe excited you because you know this age group?
I knew how young was the squad, but the first time I met the club, I was very excited, especially because last year we faced Chelsea in FA Cup, so I watched many Chelsea games to analyze, and I always thought that the squad is very good. No matter the age, they are good players for sure. The age count in terms of experience, but you can build something important with this age.
Is it easier to coach younger players, do you think? You've been around older players while you've coaching. What do you find, or do you enjoy coaching younger players more?
Depends always. For instance, last year I worked with Jamie Vardy at Leicester, that everyone was thinking he always play counter-attacker, he struggled to drop and link, but it was fantastic. So probably it's not about the age, it's about how is the person. You can have 25 or 30 years old or 20. If you want to learn and you are open-minded, you can do it at any age, like Jamie in this case. But probably with the young, because they are so young, they want to learn a bit more.
Always open ears to listen. Well, let's look at your in possession, the way you guys are, your tactical setup. I've been really impressed, like you said, with the ball, but also without the ball, the way that you guys have a really defined shape. And you can talk me through it here. You start obviously with a back three, but these guys are very important. But that pivot position there, obviously very important for the way you guys play.
Yeah, they are very important for many reasons. First of all, because they give us balance, but also if you stop now, the idea is if they are in the right position, that for us they have to be in behind these two players because we are already three players there. So if they are in behind,
between the lines,
yeah, they can receive the ball like in this case, but also sometimes even if they don't receive the ball, they can attract one of these two guys, and that means that probably we have space with Malo, Gusto in this case, or exactly, or with Cole to allow him to have a little bit more space. So this position, for sure, it's very important on the ball and off the ball. Also because, as you can see the picture, in case we lose the ball here for any reason that we can lose the ball, they are 1, 2, 3, and 4 against 3. So they are also important in the moment that they lose the ball, how we adapt and defend in that moment.
Great. And one thing I wanted to touch on here in this shape. Normally we see fullbacks in recent years that are inverted into these positions here.
Yeah.
But in your case, your fullback is playing very high, almost like a number 8/10. What is the
No, first of all, is for the dynamic, for the skills of the fullback. In this case, we have fullback that is Malo Gusto. We also use Marc Cucurella against Bournemouth in the pocket, attacking midfielder, and they can do that. They can do that. And the other reason is, in our case, because in this moment we found two proper old midfielder. Probably we don't need to bring fullback inside here. Yeah. So because we keep them in that position and we move in the pocket attacking midfielder. Also, moving from here to there, also you can a little bit surprise this player because especially in this game, we contact with the Malo arriving from here and he was watching the action in this side, so he came from this side and surprised a little bit.
Create 2v1s.
Exactly.
This is the goal.
Yeah.
What I like as well, what I see here with the guys, you tell me, but moving out here, staying out wide here, attracts these guys, brings them here, and it's creating beautiful spaces for a mobile runner to get in and get around, you know, and get into those pockets there. Is that the aim of this?
Yeah, absolutely. But especially if you stop here. In this moment, what we work in this game preparation was to work with these two players, always moving like this and like this.
Oh, rotating.
Yeah, because they were follow the one from side ball. I don't know if in English it's correct. They were following the guy that was in this side.
Yeah.
So we move him to create space for Moy.
Oh, okay.
And when the ball was in this side, we move Moy, and Romeo was moving here and always receiving. So
and that's exactly what happened for this goal.
Exactly. You can see now Moy receiving the ball.
So Lavia runs here
exactly.
to create that pocket you just mentioned here.
Exactly.
And that's where the goal comes from.
Yeah.
So that was in kind of the middle part of the pitch. This is obviously when you're getting pressed from a set restart. And you need to sometimes find maybe different options. And here you guys have gone, and you look at the top of the pitch, you got you guys here, 4 of you guys, and you created that kind of bit of a lane. Well, 5 of you actually with Cole. But there's that big area that you can go over the press. Is that a big part of what you plan B?
Yeah, no, especially because Newcastle, they press man to man.
Yeah.
So as you can see, if you stop here, the only one that is free is the keeper. So from there, you have to organize out the way you want to attack. You cannot say, because all of us, we are marking. So the only one free is the keeper. In this moment, you have to organize in the way you want to attack. As you can see here, there is a huge space here. And we use that many times.
There. Then you've switched that now into a 4-v-3.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You know, you have been top central defender. When you face team that they mark man to man, if you are able to beat your man, you have an extra player. Yeah. So in this case, Nico is able to beat, I think, Barnes. Yeah. So he's still man to man. He's still man to man. He's sure that he was in charge for Cole. Now it's 4 against 3, but the reason why is because Nico beat his man. We always said, guys, prepare ourselves while we attack to defend. So in this case, we are attacking, but we are preparing ourselves to defend.
Is that just repetition on the training ground, or is it you've got to get the right personnel to understand them roles, or what?
No. Depends. Sometimes, for instance, you can see here 2v1. Sometimes depends who is the striker. We also set 1v1 because if you want to be more aggressive here, probably it's better if you are 1v1 here. That could be a risk. but sometimes it depends with the profile of the
Yeah,
nine.
he's quick, this number 9. Right?
Exactly. So we adapt a little bit, and we try always to see the other team when we attack, how many players they leave higher, and to try to match them.
Here again, we spoke about the importance of you two of your guys in the top 6 in terms of tackles. That role there is becoming more and more important in the modern game. Rodri took Ballon d'Or, best midfielder in the world. What do you identify as the key components for this player?
First of all, they have to be good in our team. They have to be good in both phases, the way we want to attack and the way we want to defend. So this is very important. Probably you can see now that most of the team, they go in one direction, that is more physicality player in the middle. As you said, Rodri is, for instance, is one of them. But you can see Liverpool, Arsenal with Rice, Partey. You can see even Merino. You can see now that probably the direction is midfielder, that they can be also physicality strong. And then depends a little bit also the game, because sometimes you can go inside with the player. When you go inside with the fullback, for instance, Malo Gusto, probably physically you are not so strong like when you are with the Caicedo and Lavia. So it depends a little bit the game plan.
Cole Palmer. I think you probably expected us to get him on the screen at some point, playing a new position. Before we start, what is the difference in his position? What did you identify to tweak his position this season?
So the first time we changed him was Newcastle at home, that he scored goal and he was probably player of the match in that game. The reason why is because Newcastle, they had in this side Joelinton. So if we left Cole in that side, probably he was marking man-to-man from Joelinton, and was probably difficult for him. So the idea was to move him from the right pocket to the left pocket, and in that game works quite well. So the reason why is just to try to give Cole more space, because we know that if we are able to contact with him, he has quality and he is going to help us to win the game, like in Brighton game. Everyone at City, they knew how good this goal. The only problem is that having so many players there, it's difficult to give all of them minutes. So no one at City thought that Cole was not good enough, no doubt. So the transition, I said, the good thing for him is that he is today exactly in the same way he was 3 years ago with under 23 or 2 years ago with City. He didn't change. He is always the same humble guy, professional. Every time we start the session, he's the first outside playing with the ball. It's like a kid. He loves to play football. And he's exactly the same. And you see when he contact with the ball how happy he is. We said that if we are able to improve players, we improve as a team. So we spend almost every day we do some extra work with depends the position, winger, striker, defender, midfielder, depends a little bit. For instance, if you analyze the Brighton game, we prepared the game because they were quite high line. So we prepared to attack in behind. Against team that they come and they wait, you have to prepare the game in different way.
How are you on partnerships around the pitch as well? Obviously, you've got the legends, Frank Lampard and Didier Drogba, when they combine for goals. Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson way behind, but it's a new partnership, it seems, that's kind of forming. Are you aware of that partnership between them?
No, I know that they together score goals and assist. I don't know exactly the right numbers, but they are helping us a lot. Also, Nicholas off the ball, the way he's pressing.
Can I touch on him? Because I think he's been unfairly criticised at times in the media by different people, different publications. What does he bring to your team that you really appreciate and love?
First of all, he's helping us a lot in the way we want to play, because he's dropping, he's linking, and he's doing fantastic that. And everyone probably at the beginning, no one expected this from Nico, and he's doing very well. Then in terms of numbers, he scored goals, assist since we start. The way we want to press, go man to man, it's always aggressive, it's always there, and he's doing fantastic.
Well, Enzo, thank you very much. Really impressed with your team and the way that you've kind of prepared everything. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks.